I wanted to do another video for you to help you with how to understand to complete your assignment so that you can do well in this course, but also to clarify some issues that I've seen that are pretty pervasive in students' work. Um, so how do I get the grade that I want? I'm sure many of you are trying to figure out, what do I need to do to get a specific grade that you have in your mind? So the standard for all work is basically the same, because basically what you're doing is shorter and longer versions of the same thing, which is reading something, coming up with an independent argument, and then putting it on paper and supporting it, hopefully with evidence. So what's the key to getting a good grade? So everyone has a different standard of what they hope or expect for a grade. I can tell you what the standards are for each grade, and I will also give you feedback for every assignment that you submit. There's a notes section in Blackboard, so either you will see kind of a paragraph describing what you did well and what you can improve on for future assignments, or maybe you're going to see comments that I'm going to write in the assignment, or maybe both. But I'll always give you feedback to explain to you why you earned the grade that you earned. So I have a standard for how I grade all assignments. I don't give grades. There's sort of a formula in my head that I'm going to explain to you now to help you explain what kind of grade that you can expect for what you submit. So if you fail to meet the minimum standards, for example, if I say something should be 6 to 8 pages and you submit 4, well, you only submitted 50% of the assignment, so I'll give you credit for that assignment, which is a 50. Maybe I'll give you a 60 if the 4 pages are particularly well written. It's not that, oh, I wanted 6 pages, you only gave me 4. It's that page limit is based on how well you can make an argument. So it's not that you can't get a good grade because I said I wanted 6 pages and you gave me 4. It's that you can't prove what you're meant to prove if you don't meet the minimum standard. So let's go up from there. So a C means that you have met the expectations at the very minimum. All work in this class is argument driven. So if I ask you a question about what happened in World War I, and what are the implications, but you only give me a narrative history of World War I, then you can only really get like a C+. B's and A's are determined by a couple of factors. Someone who does A work does excellent work. That means that I hear their voice. They have a strong thesis statement that they support with evidence. It's well written. It's clear that they understand what they've read, and that's made clear because the writing is clear. It doesn't have typos. The fonts match. It's presented as a final paper rather than a draft. Sometimes students present drafts as final papers, meaning that there's lots of typos, there's grammatical errors, and that's really something that can be fixed with revision. I will look at any work except for exams. I can't look at exams because they're an exam in advance. So if you have any, if you need any help because you're not sure about how to formulate your ideas, then you can send it to me and we can discuss it. I prefer to do it in an office hour just because then I can help you find ways to clarify your ideas. Often I find that students struggle with how to present what they know well. And so the best way to solve that issue is to discuss it. The other thing that I want to discuss with you is, how do you do an assignment that isn't one that's filled with maybe plagiarism or cheating? So I'm going to do another video now where we look at the different ways to engage with reading material so we can see the difference between paraphrasing and using your own ideas versus cutting and pasting.